All right, this is video 3. I'm just going to look at a few touch-ups as far as finishing off our basic image, and then we'll get to applying this for doing our layout for 3D. So, as I mentioned before, this is done really quickly. This is just a quick mock-up, concept idea sort of thing. It's got a mask on and everything. Now, we may wish to add a few extra elements to this. So, this is a technique that some people refer to as photo bashing. And this is where our reference images can come into play, and we can add up some really cool stuff for this. So let's have a quick scout through this, and you don't want to keep in to fact that things kind of, you want to make sure things are aligned when it comes to actually building this stuff. So this is a side profile. So let's see what we can find. Let's see how this one looks. Actually, I'm going to try the Junker again. And let's bring that in. So I do have an earlier version of this, but I do kind of like this cockpit situation here. So once again, I'm just going to grab my wand tool. Let's hit continue so it doesn't eat into here. I just want to kick out the background of that image. Again, I've got to make sure you rasterize it. Right-click rasterize, delete. Fun. Okay, Control D, deselect. Now, I really don't want the whole plane again. I actually want to utilize this front section here. So I'm going to grab my lasso tool, and I'm just going to manually go in and sort of say, you know what, that's kind of how I want. Maybe even keep that section there. And don't need the antenna, but the rest of it's kind of cool. So quick selection there. I'm going to hit Control J, and that's going to copy and paste in place. So I can turn the background off, and there is my actual layer that's controlled and copied. Now, it's not color matching, obviously. It's still got green and, it's still muted, so it's kind of fitting. But a couple options this, if you are dealing with grayscales, you can go to Effects. There's a few ways to do this, obviously. You can do color overlay, and that's what we did with the previous image. Now that's going to drop it out completely grey, but if we change this to color, to color in the blend mode, that's going to turn it into essentially, allow this sort of grey to take over and be the affecting thing. Now, other option is, because we are dealing with grayscales, and to go image, adjust, and go to black and white. And this is a lot better than just manually kicking out saturation, because this allows us to go in and it's going to affect specific colors on how whether they're lighter or darker. So you get a lot more control. And once you've done with that, you can maybe transform and see if you can find a good home for this cockpit device. And this is just going to be a matter of sort of shifting stuff around and see if you can't find just somewhere where it might work. It may mean that you have to kick something out completely, or just go, that's the perfect place for it. Be wary of your scale. Every time I reduce this, the ship gets a lot smaller. Bigger. So be wary of that. I might just be able to find a place that's perfect, or maybe right-click, flip vertically. Maybe it's an undercarriage sort of situation, which I think I might actually do that. It's a nice little section here that I'm going to attach that to. There we go. Again, might do a quick cleanup. Lasso tool. Don't need that section there. Delete. Fantastic. Other fun things to put in there. There's this turbine here. Could be interesting. Very big image. Let's scale them down a bit. And enter. Again, smart object. There's a little icon there. Right click. Rasterize. Now, I'm actually going to, sorry, my toolbar's off. I'm going to grab the ellipse tool, and I'm just going to select around that area roughly. Again, right click, transform selection. I'm just going to get that a little bit closer to how I want it. There he is. I actually don't want the rest of it, so I'm going to inverse that selection. Tick, and then go select inverse, or Shift Control I, and then delete that bit. Control D to deselect. Control T to transform, and let's see if we can't move this guy into this part here. Now, it's not quite the right shape, but we might actually adapt this a bit closer to the potential of where it's supposed to be. So I get into that and move, and once again, image, adjust, black and white. Let's see if we can't adjust that around, which there it is there. Slight delay with everything because of the video recording, and drop that in. So you can see we can quickly drop in images. If you wanted to, you can create multiple layers. Hold down Control on your mask here if you want. It's going to select everything and drop in a new mask layer. But do be wary that this is only a mask for this area. It doesn't include these other areas. So if you do want those included, you will need to shift select those and merge them together. And then reselect the entire object and then place another mask. Select on the other one, select the mask, and reapply a mask there. So make sure that's selected first. And away we go. And then you could repaint on top of that, add colors or whatever is required. Make sure you're working on the layer, not the mask for that. So there you have it. Nothing too fancy with that at all. But it's a good start for a vehicle, and we'll probably needs a bit more workshopping. There we go, three-eyed fish vehicle. But we'll continue from there, and I'm going to show you the next level, which is adapting this so you can actually use it front, side, top profile, etc.